It looks like the drama between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber is far from over. Just when we thought things had cooled down, Hailey's latest social media move has fans raising eyebrows. And Selena? Well, she's not staying silent this time. Selena is making it clear she's done with the vile and disgusting negativity, and she is warning everyone to keep her name out of their mouths. The confrontation. Celebrity conflicts are rarely straightforward, especially when they involve a tangled web of relationships spanning more than a decade. The tension between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber represents one of the most closely watched dynamics in recent pop culture history, a situation complicated by their connection to Justin Bieber, social media speculation, and the fierce loyalty of their respective fan bases. The foundation of this complex relationship triangle was laid back in 2010, when Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez began their on-and-off romance that would become known to fans as Gelena. For nearly 8 years, their relationship was characterized by passionate reunions and painful separations, capturing the attention of millions of fans who invested emotionally in their journey. During one of their separations, a young woman named Hailey Baldwin entered the picture. Hailey, the daughter of actor Stephen Baldwin, had actually first met Justin in 2009 during his appearance on The Today Show, when she was just 13 years old. Her father had brought her backstage to meet the rising 15-year-old star who would later become her husband. This initial meeting proved to be just the beginning. Over the years, Hailey would appear at various events where Justin was present, from his Toyota concert series at Rockefeller Plaza to the premiere of his movie Never Say Never, where she could be seen watching him from the sidelines as he walked the purple carpet. According to some sources, Hailey's presence in Justin's orbit wasn't merely coincidental. A self-proclaimed former Justin Bieber superfan named Dana claimed in a 2019 YouTube video that Hailey would regularly reach out to her for information on Justin's whereabouts. Dana, who ran a fan account with over 200,000 followers, stated that we would give her that info because she would either stay at that hotel, or she would eat at that hotel, or do whatever at that hotel so she could bump into him. As the years passed, Hailey allegedly continued to position herself in proximity to Justin, even as he maintained his on-off relationship with Selena. The situation became even more complex in 2014, when Justin and Selena entered their longest break yet. By this time, Hailey had become close with Kylie and Kendall Jenner, who were also friends with Justin. This connection provided Hailey with easier access to Justin's social circle. Throughout 2014 and the years that followed, Justin and Hailey were spotted together on multiple occasions, sparking speculation about their relationship. However, Justin's feelings for Selena seemed to remain strong, as evidenced by his public statements during interviews. In one particularly revealing interview, Justin reflected on his relationship with Selena, stating they were so in love, nothing else mattered. In another interview, when asked about the best part of his teenage years, Justin responded with surprising candor. When the interviewer noted this was on the list of topics they weren't supposed to discuss, Justin simply said, these public declarations of his feelings for Selena reportedly didn't sit well with Hailey, whose interest in Justin appeared unwavering despite his emotional attachment to his ex-girlfriend. The timeline becomes particularly interesting in 2018. Justin and Selena briefly rekindled their romance in early 2018, only for Selena to end things for good a few months later. Then, in a move that shocked fans and media alike, Justin married Hailey in September of that same year, just 6 months after his final breakup with Selena. This rapid transition raised questions and sparked rumors. In interviews, Hailey has claimed that she and Justin officially started dating in 2016, but this timeline has been disputed given Justin's relationship with Selena in early 2018. As one commenter pointed out, if that's the case, why was Justin dating Selena just months before your wedding? On the Call Her Daddy podcast, Hailey addressed rumors about being a homewrecker in Justin and Selena's relationship. She continued, despite these clear statements from Hailey, the timeline of events and Justin's highly publicized final reunion with Selena just months before his marriage to Hailey continued to fuel speculation and tension. In October 2019, Selena released Lose You to Love Me, a song widely interpreted as her final statement on her relationship with Justin. The lyrics, which include the line, "In 2 months you replaced us like it was easy," seem to reference Justin's quick transition from their relationship to marriage with Hailey. Shortly after the song's release, Hailey posted a screenshot of herself listening to Summer Walker's song, I'll Kill You. While Hailey claimed the timing was coincidental, many fans saw it as a direct response to Selena's song. This perceived slight marked the beginning of what would become a pattern of alleged subtle jabs between Hailey and Selena, playing out primarily on social media platforms where millions of fans could witness, interpret, and amplify each interaction. Over time, eagle-eyed fans began noticing what they perceived as Hailey copying elements of Selena's style, business ventures, and even interview responses. For instance, when Selena launched her cooking show Selena Plus Chef on HBO Max, Hailey later debuted her own cooking show called What's in My Kitchen, which bore striking similarities in format and presentation. Selena's show starts with a faux camera HUD overlay to give that raw homemade production quality feel. Hailey's show also starts with a faux camera HUD overlay. Selena points out that the show does in fact take place in her real home. Hailey points out that the show is actually recorded in her real home. These parallels extended to having their grandmothers introduce dishes in remarkably similar ways. The perceived similarities extended to their beauty brands, with fans pointing out parallels between Selena's Rare Beauty and Hailey's Rhode. Even more strikingly, fans compiled clips showing Hailey apparently echoing Selena's exact wording in different interviews. In one example, Selena had stated, "Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the one thing you wish people knew about you, and I said I wanted it to be my heart." While Hailey later said in a separate interview, "People didn't really know me. They didn't know who I was, they didn't know Hailey for Hailey, and I just always had this constant battle where I was saying I wish people just knew my heart for what it is." As speculation about Hailey's apparent emulation of Selena grew, so did the tension between their respective fan bases. The stage was set for a more direct confrontation, one that would eventually prompt Selena to reportedly issue a warning to Hailey about her social media behavior. The social media storm. The tension between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber escalated dramatically in early 2023, fueled by a series of social media incidents that caught the attention of millions of fans and media outlets. What had previously been subtle, perceived jabs, and coincidental similarities suddenly became more direct and visible conflicts, playing out on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. The catalyst for this new chapter in their ongoing drama was what became known as the eyebrow feud in February 2023. After Selena posted a TikTok mentioning she had over-laminated her eyebrows, Kylie Jenner posted a photo with text, "This was an accident?" and then shared a FaceTime screenshot with Hailey where both appeared to be focused on their eyebrows. Many fans interpreted this as the two women mocking Selena, although both Kylie and Hailey denied this was their intention. The response from fans was immediate and overwhelming. The hashtag #TeamSelena garnered an astonishing 1.8 billion views on TikTok as fans rallied in Selena's defense. This online mobilization demonstrated the sheer scale of public investment in the perceived conflict between these celebrities. Around the same time, a TikTok user resurfaced clips of Hailey, seemingly making dismissive gestures about Taylor Swift during her time co-hosting Drop the Mic. In one particular moment that went viral, Hailey appeared to gag at the mention of Taylor's name, a reaction that many viewed as disrespectful not only to Taylor, but by extension to Selena, given her close friendship with Taylor. Selena didn't remain silent on this matter. In response to the resurfaced video, she commented, "So sorry, my best friend is and continues to be one of the best in the game." This public defense of Taylor was significant because it marked one of the few times Selena had directly engaged with content relating to Hailey, signaling a shift from passive awareness to active participation in the unfolding drama. The situation intensified further when, in March 2023, a TikTok user claimed Hailey had liked a video mocking Selena and her then-boyfriend, now fiancé, Benny Blanco's interview magazine shoot, including a photo of Selena's feet on Benny's face. Hailey's representative denied this, stating, "This never happened," and calling it a fabricated narrative by a content creator. Despite this denial, the claim further fueled the narrative of ongoing tension between the two women. Selena responded to fan videos on TikTok, such as commenting "I love you" on a post calling out "mean girls coming at Selena's throat," which many interpreted as a reference to Hailey and her friends. These interactions escalated the online discourse, drawing even more attention to the perceived feud. The social media drama reached such a fever pitch that on February 24th, 2023, Selena announced she was taking a break from social media, noting, "This is a little silly, and I'm 30. I'm too old for this." This decision underscored the toll that the public scrutiny and online conflict was taking on her mental well-being. However, Selena's break from social media was short-lived. She returned to TikTok just a few days later to address the situation, commenting, please be kinder and consider others' mental health," emphasizing that, "My heart has been heavy, and I only want good for everyone." This plea for kindness suggested a desire to de-escalate the situation, even as fan tensions continued to run high. What happened next marked a significant turning point in the narrative. According to multiple sources, the online conflict had escalated to the point where Hailey began receiving death threats from Selena's fans. This extremely concerning development reportedly prompted direct communication between Selena and Hailey for the first time in years. In March 2023, Selena took to her Instagram stories to address the situation directly, writing, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying saying, "I've always advocated for kindness and really want this to all stop." This public statement from Selena was remarkable for several reasons. First, it confirmed that despite years of perceived tension and indirect conflict, the two women had established direct communication. Second, it positioned Selena as taking the high road, using her platform to call for an end to the harassment Hailey was facing, even though many of those engaging in this behavior claimed to be doing so in Selena's defense. However, according to sources close to the situation, this public call for peace was reportedly accompanied by a more private message from Selena to Hailey, one that carried a different tone. These insiders claim that while Selena genuinely wanted the death threats and extreme harassment to stop, she also used this opportunity to send Hailey what amounted to a warning about her social media behavior. The exact content of this alleged private message has never been disclosed, but sources suggest Selena expressed that while she didn't condone her fans' extreme behavior, she also felt that Hailey's social media activities had contributed to the toxic atmosphere. The message allegedly encouraged Hailey to be more mindful of how her posts and interactions might be interpreted, particularly given the history between them and the intense scrutiny their every move received. This purported private warning, coupled with the public call for peace, represented a complex response from Selena, one that balanced compassion for Hailey's situation with a firm boundary about what she considered acceptable behavior. It suggested that while Selena didn't want Hailey to face harassment, she also wasn't willing to ignore what she perceived as provocative actions on Hailey's part. The situation becomes even more nuanced when we consider both women's mental health journeys. Selena has been open about her struggles with lupus, kidney transplant, anxiety, depression, and bipolar disorder. She's used her platform to advocate for mental health awareness and has been transparent about her own challenges. Hailey, while less vocal about specific mental health diagnoses, has spoken about the toll that online hate has taken on her well-being. In a 2022 interview, she discussed how the constant criticism and comparison to Selena had affected her, saying, "I can say period, point blank, I was never with him when he was in a relationship with anybody. That's the end of it." She added that the persistent narratives had been really hard on her mental health. Given both women's experiences with mental health challenges, Selena's reported warning to Hailey takes on additional significance. It suggests an understanding of the harm that can come from social media conflict, while also establishing boundaries about behavior she found unacceptable. The aftermath of this exchange saw a noticeable shift in the dynamic between Selena and Hailey. While neither has directly addressed the existence of a private warning, their public behavior changed in subtle ways. Hailey appeared to be more careful about how her social media activities might be interpreted, while Selena continued to focus on her own projects and well-being. In the months that followed, both women seemed to focus primarily on their careers and personal lives. Selena's professional endeavors, including her beauty brand Rare Beauty and her acting projects, continued to flourish. Hailey focused on her skincare brand Rhode and her marriage to Justin. However, the underlying tension remained, as evidenced by occasional flare-ups of fan speculation and social media analysis. The situation was further complicated by the involvement of other celebrities in their orbit. Taylor Swift, Selena's close friend, has maintained a public silence regarding the drama, but her 2020 statement to the Wall Street Journal that, "I knew from when I met her I would always have her back. In my life, I have the ability to forgive people who have hurt me, but I don't know if I can forgive someone who hurts her," suggests she would indeed take Selena's side in any conflict. Similarly, Kendall Jenner, a close friend of Hailey's, has largely avoided making public statements about Selena, though she was involved in the TikTok video that some interpreted as shading Selena. This web of friendships and loyalties adds another layer of complexity to the already tangled narrative. As the dust began to settle on this particular chapter of their ongoing story, questions remained about the long-term implications of Selena's alleged warning to Hailey. Had it established a new understanding between them? Would it lead to a more peaceful coexistence? Or was it merely a temporary pause in an ongoing conflict? The aftermath and evolution. The aftermath of Selena Gomez's reported warning to Hailey Bieber in March 2023 showed that even the most high-profile conflicts can evolve in unexpected ways. Following Selena's public call for an end to the harassment Hailey was facing, coupled with her alleged private message establishing boundaries, the dynamic between these two women began to shift noticeably. After Selena's Instagram story asking fans to stop sending death threats to Hailey, there was a tangible decrease in the most extreme forms of online hostility. While fan debates and discussions continued, the tone seemed to soften somewhat, suggesting that Selena's influence over her supporters remained significant. This development highlighted the power celebrities wield over fan behavior, for better or worse. For her part, Hailey appeared to become more cautious in her social media activities following this incident. The frequency of posts that could be interpreted as references to Selena decreased, and she seemed to focus more intently on promoting her skincare brand Rhode and sharing content related to her marriage with Justin. This shift suggested that Selena's reported warning may have had its intended effect, encouraging Hailey to be more mindful of how her online presence might be perceived. In the weeks and months following this exchange, both women maintained a degree of public distance from each other, focusing on their respective careers and personal lives. Selena continued to develop her beauty brand Rare Beauty and pursued acting projects, while Hailey expanded her skincare line and maintained her presence in the fashion industry. However, the history between them, and particularly their connection through Justin Bieber, remained a topic of public fascination. Past interviews and statements continued to resurface, keeping the narrative alive even as the direct conflict appeared to subside. For instance, fans continued to circulate clips of Justin speaking about his relationship with Selena, such as this moment from an interview. These past comments, while not directly related to the current situation, contributed to the ongoing narrative surrounding Justin's relationships with both women, keeping public interest in their dynamic alive. By early 2025, new developments suggested a potential thawing in relations between Selena and Hailey. Reports emerged that Hailey had liked posts related to Selena's work, with headlines noting Hailey Bieber gets dinner with Kendall Jenner before showing support for Selena Gomez's film. This public gesture of support, however small, represented a significant shift from the perceived antagonism of previous years. Further evidence of this evolution came when Selena announced her engagement to Benny Blanco in December 2024. This major life event signaled a definitive new chapter for Selena, one that moved her personal narrative beyond the Justin's ex-girlfriend label that had followed her for years. The public reaction to this news included speculation about how Justin and Hailey might feel, but the couple offered no public comment, maintaining a respectful distance from Selena's milestone. However, around the same time, new rumors began circulating about tensions in Justin and Hailey's marriage. In March 2025, Hailey broke her silence after reportedly unfollowing Justin amid rumors of marital woes and his anger issues. Some reports claimed they were arriving at and leaving events in separate cars, with speculation that they hadn't lived together for some time. Hailey's father, Stephen Baldwin, even publicly asked people to pray for the couple on Instagram, further fueling concerns about the state of their marriage. These developments added another layer to the complex narrative surrounding Justin, Hailey, and Selena, suggesting that the aftermath of their interconnected histories continued to impact their present lives in ways that extended beyond their direct interactions with each other. One of the most striking aspects of this evolving situation has been the role of fan behavior and social media culture. The intensity of fan investment in these relationships has created a landscape where every action, interaction, or perceived slight is scrutinized for deeper meaning. Hashtags like #TeamSelena have garnered billions of views on TikTok, while Instagram comments sections became battlegrounds for competing loyalties. Sociology professor Erica Cheeto-Childs from Hunter College notes that these fan theories serve primarily as entertainment, with followers consuming them like dramatic narratives rather than real-life situations affecting actual people. This perspective helps explain the persistence of interest in the Justin-Selena-Hailey triangle years after the relationships have ostensibly been resolved. The fan behaviors themselves became part of the evolving story. When Hailey and Justin announced they were expecting their first child together in 2023, Selena Gomez began trending on Twitter following the announcement, not Justin, Hailey, or their baby. This public response highlighted how the shadow of Gelena continued to loom over their relationship, even as they attempted to build a family together. Throughout this period, various other celebrities have been drawn into the narrative, either through their connections to the principal figures or through their public comments on the situation. Wendy Williams, for instance, had expressed skepticism about Justin and Hailey's marriage from the beginning. Her July 2018 comment that, "I don't think this marriage will last. Look, right after the honeymoon, he's doing a drive-by at Selena's," set the tone for public perception of their relationship, particularly in relation to Justin's history with Selena. Similarly, Kendall Jenner's close friendship with Hailey positioned her in opposition to Selena in the ongoing drama. In April 2020, During an Instagram live session hosted by Justin and Hailey, Kendall was asked if she saw their marriage coming. She responded, "Honestly, no," and added, "I didn't know. I think I hoped. Obviously, Hales is my lady, my best friend, and I wanted. It's so bad for both of you. It just makes me really happy." This comment highlighted her close friendship with Hailey, while also inadvertently acknowledging the surprising nature of Justin and Hailey's quick marriage. Despite these continuing tensions and complications, Selena's alleged warning to Hailey appears to have had a lasting impact on their direct interactions. While the reported private message has never been confirmed by either party, the observable changes in their behavior suggest some form of understanding was reached, even if it fell short of genuine friendship or reconciliation. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the evolving dynamic between Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber, make sure to click any of the cards showing on your screen for more.